Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the US Bank Cash Plus secured Visa card. So I'll be going over the main features of this card, its pros as well as its drawbacks. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a much better idea of whether or not this card is a good fit for you. But before we go ahead and dive into the main features of this card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive 20 free stocks worth at least $60 and possibly more from Webull, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link where you can receive just that. And all you got to do is once you click on that link, it's just open up a free account, deposit at least 1 penny. At that point, Webull will send you the 20 free stocks, which again are going to be worth at least $3, so a value of at least $60. Okay, so diving right into the main features of the US Bank Cash Plus secured Visa card, we're going to first explain what exactly a secured credit card is. So basically what a secured card is instead of using the bank's fund for your credit limit, you're actually going to be using your own money. So first off, if you get approved for this card, you're going to have to transfer money from your checking or savings account over to this card. So you're basically, whatever you deposit onto your card is what's going to be your credit limit. And starting out with this card, you are going to be given a limit of either $300 to $5,000, depending how little or how much you want to deposit. Obviously, if you do decide to go with the minimum here, $300 will be your credit limit. So just make sure whatever amount you choose will be sufficient later on. And then as far as how your security deposit will be used, your refundable deposit is going to be held in a secured US Bank savings account, which is going to be FDIC insured. It's going to earn interest, and it won't be touched as long as your account remains open and in good standing. And whenever you go to close your account, as long as your balance is paid off in full and in good standing, you will have your security deposit sent back to you. Okay, so that's what a secured card is. Now we're going to go into the main features of this card and how exactly you can earn cash back. And what's great about this card, unlike a lot of the other secured credit cards out there on the market, is yes, you can actually earn cash back with this credit card. So that is a pretty good perk. So starting out, you will be earning 5% cash back on your first $2,000 in combined eligible purchases each quarter in 2 categories that you choose. So you'll get to choose 2 new categories each and every quarter. Out of these, you'll get to choose from fast food, home utilities, TV, internet, and streaming, department stores, cell phone providers, electronic stores, sporting goods stores, movie theaters, gym or fitness centers, furniture stores, ground transportation, and select clothing stores. Once again, you'll get to choose 2 out of those. Then you'll be earning 5% cash back on prepaid air, hotel, and car reservations booked directly through the Rewards Travel Center. You'll be earning 2% cash back on eligible purchases in your choice of 1 everyday category, like gas stations and EV charging stations, grocery stores, and restaurants. So you'll get to pick between those 3, whatever one you want to be your 2% category. And then on all other transactions, you will be earning 1% cash back. Now, unfortunately, with this credit card, they do not offer a spend bonus. But again, this is a secured credit card. Many of the other ones out there on the market do not offer you any type of cash back or a spend bonus. And a lot of them, you also have to pay an annual fee on top of that as well. Remember, with this card, what you really want to use this card for is just to build or rebuild your credit and then move on to bigger and better credit cards. Now, as far as redeeming your cash back with this credit card, you're going to have a few different ways in doing so. So the first way is going to be able to receive a statement credit to your account. This will be the most simplest way. Then you can also choose to receive a direct deposit to your US Bank checking, savings, or money market account. Now keep in mind that you will have to have a checking, savings, or money market account with US Bank. If you do not bank with them, you'll more than likely have to use the statement credits. And then finally, you can redeem them to a US Bank rewards card. So now that we went over the main features of this card at this point in time, we are going to move into the APR and fees, because of course this is also super important as well. So starting out, your purchase APR is going to be 29.99%. As far as balance transfers go, there's not much of a point in doing a balance transfer with this card because they do not offer any type of promotional 0% APR where you could transfer a balance from one card where you're paying a lot of interest on a month-to-month basis over to this card. However, with this card, with balance transfers, the APR is going to be 29.99%, so not much of a point in doing a balance transfer once again with this card. As far as cash advances go, on this channel, we always recommend to stay far away from cash advances. This should not be considered financial advice. This is just for personal reasons, because normally you have a very high interest rate, plus you have a lot of fees as well. But if you do decide to take out a cash advance, just know that there is going to be an APR of 29.99%. And then of course there's going to be some fees with that as well. So at this point in time, we are going to be going over those fees. So as far as the cash advances go, you will have a fee of either 5% of the amount of each cash advance or $10 minimum, whichever happens to be greater. Then as far as balance transfers go, even though there's not much of a point in doing a balance transfer, let's say later down the line you do have some type of promotion like 0%, whenever you go to do that balance transfer, if you do one, the fee on that is going to be either 3% or $5, whichever happens to be greater. Then of course, as far as late payments or return payments go, the fee on that is going to be up to $41. I would definitely encourage you to set up auto pay with any credit card that you have, just to ensure that you do not pay late. And perhaps for the first time or two, if you do pay late, you could always try to call in to US Bank and ask if they can waive that fee. They might waive it for the first time or two, but I definitely wouldn't push your luck too much further past then. Then as far as foreign transaction fees go, this is a credit card you'll more than likely want to leave back at home, because yes, there is going to be a foreign transaction fee of 3%. And then finally, as far as the annual fee goes, we do have some good news there. With this card, there is no annual fees, so you can use it, build your credit, and you do not have to pay anything on a year-to-year basis. So now that we went over the main features of this card as well as the APR and fees, at this point we are going to go into what I would consider to be the biggest pros and cons with this credit card. So we're going to start out with the good things. The first good thing, of course, is the fact of all the cash back that you can earn with this credit card, which once again, you're going to have the two categories that you can choose from, where you are going to be earning 5% cash back. You will get to pick new categories every single quarter. Definitely make sure that you select them, otherwise you won't be earning the 5% cash back. Then you'll also be earning 5% cash back on prepaid air, hotel, and car reservations as long as you book it through the Rewards Travel Center. Then you'll be earning 2% cash back on the category of your choice, whether that's at gas stations, EV charging stations, grocery stores, or restaurants. And then on all other transactions, you'll at least be earning something at 1% cash back. Then on top of that, you're not going to be paying an annual fee. So that's really great as well, considering that a lot of the other secured credit cards out there in the market, you do have some sort of annual fee. And then finally, perhaps the best benefit with this card, you'll have a chance to use it, prove yourself, and build your credit. And then once you build your credit score high enough, at that point you could consider applying for other credit cards that have even better benefits than this one. So those are the pros of this card as far as the drawbacks go. First off, if I wanted to be super picky, I could say the fact that this card does have the 3% foreign transaction fee, so it is a credit card once again. You'll more than likely want to leave it home because you do not want to be paying more than what you have to. Then on top of that, you also have the 29.99% APR on purchases, so you're obviously going to be paying a lot of interest if you do not pay your balance off in full. But again, with this credit card, I would definitely make sure that you pay your balance off in full every single statement period, because what's the point in having this credit card if it's not to build your credit score? So definitely make sure to pay on time, set up auto pay, set up a date on your calendar, whatever you have to do, make sure that you pay each and every statement off in full and on time. So just to sum things up here, whether or not I recommend this credit card, I would say that I definitely do recommend this card. And not only that, I would also say it's probably one of the best secured credit cards out there, going head to head with the Discover It secured credit card, which is also one that you can earn cash back on. And you're also going to have the spend bonus, where Discover is actually going to match all the cash back that you earn after your first year. But all in all, I would say that if you're looking to build your credit score or rebuild your credit score, you definitely cannot go wrong with this card. But that's all we have for today's review. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like, consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.